That's the thing. When I told that story, I wouldn't include that fact though.
No, that's the truth. Because if I don't include it, then I won't have to include it.
2000.
That's right. All of your fellow classmates were definitely good. That's very yeah, Rogan was 2-0. It shouldn't make a difference.
Mm.
I'm not saying because she was broke, she was horrible, I'm saying she was horrible. It's not matter that she was girl. I'm not trying to say that.
Yeah, no, I'm picking up straight down.
I was throwing it at school.
I definitely know girls that would beat me at baseball, so.
None of it.
And I had girls beat me at tennis. I played baseball for all the way up until I got to high school. And when I got to high school, I didn't like. So I liked one of the baseball coaches. There was 4 baseball coaches. There was only really one coach, but 4 of them like helped out. I liked the one coach, and the 3 other yahoos that helped out. I could have just done without them, and I did do without them. That's why I played tennis. That was one reason. Number 2, there was a bunch of tools on the baseball team. That's where all like the biggest honks were. And I was just like, you know what? I don't know what to deal with that every single day. I had dealt with it in football because I loved football. I dealt with it in basketball because I played basketball. I was like, you know, 2 sports already just dealing with dick craps.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of idiots. And so I was like, I'm done with this.
Like a bunch of meat.
Just
Worse.
worse.
Pretty hard to do worse. But like more J-Noms.
Jade on when he's in a bad. Jade on when he's both of you when you're doing bad, but like more consistently doing bad. You guys both have your different types of dads.
Hey, Mr. Lund, this is gonna be a stupid question, but have you ran out barefoot?
Have I ran barefoot before?
Yeah.
Like ever?
Yeah?
Yes.
No. Like what times?
Like when I ran barefoot. Like
I did.
a lot of times, I guess.
I used to run barefoot, but then I just had to be careful because I didn't want to step on like rocks or just get my feet hurt from getting. It's like there's something that's gonna like if I keep walking and someone's gonna hit my foot and then it was gonna hurt. Yeah, I did that before. It was hurt and it was pretty painful.
I imagine. Never found it hurt anything.
Even when I was like outside about to go to my mother's place, I just ran and then I fell down. I just fell down and then you scrape your knee.
Yeah.
It was
Never
and
fun.
it was really actually painful because it was my leg. It got scraped real badly and it looked pretty. It was really bad.
Pretty messed up, yeah.
Because all the time I was like,
Wondering, running back.
not a fun way to survive.
No, definitely not a fun way to survive. How was it coming?
Good.
Got quite a bit of them done? Good.
Yeah.
Good. So guys, these are going to be due on Thursday, so if you're not working on them, you need to be working on them. So I got at least 2 I gotta get those points in. You told me at the beginning of class days and I spaced it. I told you I would though. Actually, Rowan, on top of that, I also did long snapping when we punted, and kicked. That's a kickoff. I only did kickoff on junior and senior year though, like the kicker. And then I didn't punt though, because I long snapped, of course. And then I also was back return man on kick return, and then I was the shallow return man on punt return. There was one guy that was deeper than me on punt return.
What you lost?
My favorite position out of all, I love punt return. because I got to play that second guy forward,
You're right.
and we could crack that block when I played.
Yeah.
There was no rules against crack that blocking. So what you'd do is you'd sit in that ball, get punted over my head, almost all the time over my head. And I knew it was going to Gabe, who was our return man back there. He was fast, like really fast. The dude could actually run like a 4.8. Like, he was pretty fast. And I don't think that was even his fastest time. I think that's just as fast as we got him. Because we didn't have a really good way of timing him. But I think he got about 4.8 is what it was. So he was pretty fast. And so he would just jet, taking off. And what I would do is I'd wait for those guys that would be chasing after him. They'd be running. I'd let them, I like bump them as they run past me. I just kind of like give them a little shove, just to kind of slow them down a little bit. And then I'd let them just go past me. And then as soon as Gabe would take off, he just, and those guys would be chasing after him. And then he'd start going past them. So they'd turn. And as soon as they turned, lit up on him. Oh yeah, dude, that was my favorite thing about football. I would take a punt, and that's the reason I love defense probably more than I love offense. I like running the ball; it was fun, but I like defense more because you just crack somebody's skull.
I've seen my friends playing football while I was in recess, and then I wanted to be part of it. I tried to get it at times. I was like at that time I was like the shortest. Yeah, so I would try to get it.
To play football then at that point, huh?
Yeah, I think it was like in 2018, 2019, between those years.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about Mr. D.
You stole my deck.
I appreciate that. I appreciate how hard you work in my class too. I don't know if I said it to you yet, but I'm saying it now. What's that?
Football is very cool.
It's fun. It really is. I like rugby too, though. They don't really have rugby.
It's not the same thing.
It's not the same. I think rugby is actually better, in my opinion.
Football
I think football has a lot more stupid things that happens in it. People that play. Because the biggest problem with football is we have all these pads and all these helmets and stuff, and that's what it makes people think is they can play stupid. They can play more and more stupid. That they can. I have this helmet on, so I can smack my helmet as hard as I want to against. No, that's not the way it works.
If you see I don't know if you see the first clip of. If you see the first play of the game, when I got completely fucked, but if you see the guy go this way, boom, and if I don't take if I go with my head to head, I probably had a concussion.
Oh yeah, easily. That's what I'm saying. That's my biggest issue with the sport. That people play it stupid. They play it like they have no fear and like they can't get hurt. The problem is you can get hurt. Rugby is a nice thing because they take away all of the pads, and you really have to think about how do I want to tackle this guy in a way that doesn't kill me. In football, you don't think about that because you're like, oh, I got all these pads on. But the problem is that's the reason there's more injuries in football than there is in rugby. Because people play stupid in football, and in rugby they're like, how do I not kill myself?
Well, rugby, they're all like.
Not all the nonsense. Most rugby players are the same height as me. They're just thicker than
Yeah,
I am.
that's really.
Yeah, you're just.
And actually, rugby players, a lot of times, their upper body won't be as built. They'll have thighs that are about twice as big as my thighs. That's where all their weight comes from. Boom, big old thighs. When it comes to thunder thighs, you better believe rugby players have thunder thighs. You hear those things just clap whenever they run. I'm glad at least some people found that funny.
Watch.
There was actually a joke when I was in fact, as a freshman, I had a knowledgeable coach, and I didn't only my freshman year I did knowledgeable. I couldn't do it after that because the coach changed. The coach I had my freshman year was like a teacher kind of like me, like chill guy. He was super fun to talk to, hang out with. His name was Wally Foot, and we'd go on trips and different things like that. But Wally was like the king of terrible jokes. The guy had like the worst dad. Like they take dad jokes and he would make them like grandpa jokes. Terrible. And one of his favorite jokes, I'm gonna tell it to you, and bear with me, because it's his favorite joke. It's not very funny. But anyways, there's this guy, and he has bad thunder thighs. Every time that he walks, those things just rub together. And so he has bad chafing all the time. And because of this problem, his wife's like, we need to find something to do something for this. She goes, you need to find some cream or some powder, some oint, something to fix this problem. She goes, because hearing you complain about this every single night is driving me insane. So the guy with Thunder Thigh goes, okay, fine. I'll go down to the store and I'll see what they have. So he goes down to the county general store, small little podunk town. Goes down to the county general store and he goes to the guy that's at the counter. He goes, you know, I have this terrible problem. He goes, I'm kind of embarrassed by it though. He goes, can I whisper to you? And he says, yeah, sure, why not? So he leans over the counter and whispers. He says, I have bad thunder thighs. I have really bad shaking. He goes, do you have anything that can help out with that? The guy kind of steps back for a second, scratches his chin, thinks for a little bit, and he goes, you know what? I think I have the solution. And he goes, follow me and walk this way. And the guy starts to walk, and the guy with thunder thighs realizes that the guy behind the counter is bow-legged. Does anybody know what bow-legged is? Bow-legged is like this. Your legs kind of like bow outward and so forth. And the guy says, well, yeah, walk this way. And the guy with thunder thighs looks at him and goes, if I could walk that way, I wouldn't have this problem then, would I? Hey, Gracie, thank you. See, that was Wally's favorite joke right there.
You don't get it?
So the guy with
He's
thunder
not a funny
thighs,
guy.
his legs constantly rub together, and the guy with bow legs, his legs are bowed outward, right? So his legs never rub together. And the guy with bow legs says, walk this way. And the guy says, if I could walk that way, I wouldn't have this problem, would I? You get it now?
No.
He doesn't.
Or either I get it and it's not funny, or
It's-
I'm not getting it.
You get it and it's not funny. That's what it is. You get it and it's just not funny. It's just not a funny joke. It's a joke from probably back before even your dad was born. In fact, before almost all of your parents were born. Probably when that joke came out. That joke's probably back from whenever they were pushing wagon carts and stuff like that around. That's probably when that joke came from. Pioneer days.
I think my dad was born in 87.
Yeah, but definitely will be late.
Yeah, that sounds right.
87 would put him at 34.
No matter
Yeah, he's probably maybe 77. I could see 77.
Because I know the last one was 7, and it's not 2, it's not 2, 7. Maybe it's 2.